The day Alatreon came out was probably the most confused YouTuber's ever been. Content creators were rushing to get something up as soon as they could, and a lot of them were missing a few points. That's not to say that this video is going to be perfect, or it's completely accurate. I might be wrong, I am sometimes. But I wanted to get something up fairly soon for you guys. During the first day, I managed to settle for this nice dual blade set to fight Alatreon with. So with all that said, here is my decent dual blade set for Alatreon. Firstly, before we go into the set, we should talk about Alatreon and how the mechanics of the fight go, because without that information, you don't stand a chance. This is an exclusively elemental fight. Alatreon has 3 active states: fire, dragon, and ice. When it's fire active, it's weakest to ice by 3 stars. Ice is what we'll be going with if Alatreon is starting in its fire active state. When it's ice active, it's weakest to fire by 3 stars, and therefore you want to start the fight with fire if Alatreon's in its ice active state. The quest name defines which state it will start in, and is as such. The special assignment has Alatreon start in its ice active mode, but when you go onto the event quest, the quest changes name by day. The Evening Star has Alatreon start in its fire active mode, and Dawn of the Death Star has Alatreon start in its ice active mode. Dragon element does average damage all round, but average isn't really what we want here. If you're able to apply enough elemental damage to Alatreon, you can survive its Eschatal Judgment. Eschatal? Eschaton. You can survive its Eschaton. Fuck's sake. You can survive its Eschaton Judgment. Yeah! And if you break the horns whilst it's in its dragon state, it will prevent it from entering its 3rd active state. This is very important, as a fire active Alatreon is immune to fire, and an ice active Alatreon is immune to ice. If you end up in this situation, you're pretty screwed. And if everyone has the same problem on the squad, then it's game over. One could still argue that split elements are all dragon weapons the way forward, but you're basically planning for defeat if you do this. We'll be using the Saphi dual blades, either frost or fire, of course. For the Saphi awakenings, we'll be running Teostra Technique, spoiler alert, Sharpness 5, and the rest on affinity. If you want to run attack here combined with a weakness exploit, you can, but we're going for perma purple here, because there isn't really many opportunities to sharpen, and I don't have infinite wet fish. Make sure you've got your health augment and an affinity augment. We'll be going Teostra Helmet, MRKT Chest Alpha, the Tentacle Gamma Arms, Teostra Waist, and MRKT Legs Beta. This naturally gives us 3 Marathon Runner, 3 Speed Eating, 2 Blast, 2 Crit Eye, 2 Crit Boost, 1 Blight Resistance, 1 Latent Power, and 1 Free Meal. So we'll add in an Expert Plus, 2 Expert 1 Joules, and an Expert Fortify. If you want to change this up, you can, because the difference Fortify makes here is very minimal when or if you cart. It increases your attack and defense, but this is an elementally focused fight. 2 Handicraft slot nicely into our chest piece. We'll use a Handicraft Vitality and 2 Handicraft Resistors to max out our Handicraft and give us enough purple to play with, as well as achieving full Blight Resistance. We need this here, and the alternative is having your elemental resistances all over 20. If you get Dragon Blighted by Alatreon, your element damage won't affect it. You won't be able to negate its judgment attack. We'll top off our Vitality here and here, and finally top off our Crit Boost. If you guys don't want to run Fortify, you could try this. So our set has Critical Eye level 7. This with our Augment and Awakenings give us 90% affinity, and the level 1 Latent Power will be very easy to activate and top us off to 100%. Handicraft level 5 to reach our perma purple. Health boost level 3. You need this for Alatreon. You won't be able to survive its big attack without it. Blight resistance level 3. Crit boost level 3 will increase our damage. Marathon Runner 3 keeps up our stamina whilst in demon mode. Speed Eating 3 comes with the KT chest and is awesome against Alatreon. You will probably be recovering a lot, and in most cases need it to survive the weakened judgment attack. Spam a Stera or Sushi Fish Scales to achieve this. Last attack is spare and does nothing. In fact, if you start an Alatreon quest and someone joins with raw or status weapon, kick them. I'm sorry, it's super harsh, but they're only making the fight harder for you.
Bye, have a beautiful time!
If you're going with Fortify, you know what it does. Free meal is from our KT chest and really helps with not running out of items. We can't farcast during this fight, so we need to prolong our items as long as we can. Guts is the KT set bonus, and can give you another chance if you make a mistake. Master's Touch at this affinity is just incredible. Hashtag permapurple. Get out the way. We actually have a complete set here without even considering our charm. But honestly, the friendship charm is going to help you out so much here. You'll get level 5 friendship and you can keep everyone alive, boosted, happy and healthy, without really missing out on anything else. Food wise, we'll obviously be eating elementally, and we'll go for Feline Medic and Feline Riser. but keep an eye out for insurance when you can. You may need it and feline safeguard in some scenarios. Spawn in, take all your boosts for you and your team, and then start wailing away as much as you possibly can. The good thing about this particular set is that it's so easy to navigate around Alatreon's attacks when you can dodge fast and efficiently mid-combo. Also, you'll never leave purple sharpness. I mean, I haven't yet. I guess there's a chance you could, but RNGesus would really, really hate you if you did.
Smite me, almighty smiter!
So you can wallbang Alatreon on these 4 stone pillars on the map, but I wouldn't do this until it's in dragon mode. This is because its dragon active state is your best opportunity to break its first horn, and prevent it from going into the same active mode as the weapon you're using, i.e. so it has no effect. If you do all this correctly, once Eschaton Judgment starts, then get your team to huddle together around health boosters and spam Astera Jerkies or Sushi Fish Scales. You actually only need 1 wide range for this to work. But this set can heal outside of this attack too, so the 5 that we've got is really good. Rinse and repeat until it dies. Simple, right?
5.
When Alatreon is flying, shooting slinger ammo whilst clutched to its face will always bring it crashing down, just like a wall bash.
4.
Remember you can clutch claw with your dual blades drawn, and at the end of the spinniness combo. We don't have Wex on because we already have fullish affinity, but wounded parts still take more damage.
3.
If Alatreon hits you down, stay down. Use the time on the floor to avoid any attacks and potentially be healed by your teammates. You can judge when the best time to get up is, especially if you've got Feline Riser on.
2.
If Alatreon wipes your team and somehow you don't use all of your feints and wind up back at the camp, switch your ice weapons for fire and vice versa. This is because you'll likely be dealing with the opposite state from now onwards.
1.
And don't give up too easily. This is a really hard fight, and it's taken a lot of decent players a long time to achieve the win. Don't be disheartened. If you need to reevaluate a set, or if you tried this set and it's not working for you, that's fine. If you need to go and improve your armor, that's also fine. Take time away. Don't do too much of the quest so that you end up hating Monster Hunter. I hope you enjoyed the video, or at least found it useful. Sike and Lubscribe, spread the word, and look after yourselves.